Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're diving into a hot topic that's making waves in both the political and environmental realms. Vice President Kamala Harris has recently clarified her stance on fracking, and it's a bit of a shift from her earlier position. Let's break it down. So, back in her first run for president, Harris was pretty clear about her support for banning fracking. Fast forward to now, in a recent CNN interview, she stated she wouldn't ban fracking if elected president. This aligns her more closely with President Biden's current stance. Why the change? Well, Harris argues that transitioning to a clean energy economy doesn't necessarily mean banning fracking. She points to the Biden administration's environmental achievements, like the Inflation Reduction Act and significant investments in clean energy, as proof that progress can be made without a fracking ban. But here's where it gets tricky. Critics, especially environmental activists, aren't buying it. They argue that these measures aren't enough to hit the climate goals we need to prevent further damage. David Sirota, editor-in-chief of The Lever, for instance, believes the Inflation Reduction Act falls short in reducing carbon emissions. He's calling for more aggressive steps, like reducing fossil fuel reliance and possibly banning fracking altogether. The debate highlights a major tension here. On one hand, fracking has boosted U.S. energy production, created jobs, and made energy cheaper. It's particularly significant in states like Pennsylvania, which are politically vital. On the other hand, fracking comes with serious environmental concerns. We're talking water contamination, air pollution, and even induced seismic activity. Harris's revised stance seems to acknowledge the complexity of this issue. It's a balancing act between economic benefits and environmental protection. While she and the Biden administration have made strides in promoting clean energy, their continued support for fracking raises questions about their commitment to significantly reducing carbon emissions. Let's zoom out a bit. The debate over fracking isn't just about extracting oil and gas. It's about whether our current approach to energy production can meet the urgent demands of the climate crisis. Critics argue that focusing solely on clean energy investments without addressing fossil fuel production and consumption is like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. So what's the takeaway here? The conversation around fracking and climate policy is far from over. It's clear that addressing climate change requires a multifaceted approach. This includes transitioning to renewable energy sources, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, and implementing sustainable practices across various sectors. As the climate crisis intensifies, the pressure on policymakers to enact comprehensive and ambitious climate policies will only grow. Harris's stance on fracking is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. And as always, the debate continues. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other pressing issues. Until next time.